What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so what we're gonna do today is a simple DIY project using, drum roll please, mason jar. I know that was a really weak drum roll, but mason jar. So we're gonna do a little DIY project with this because I guess the last video I did was somewhat about organization when it comes to your thoughts and what you need to do in your life, right? This may help with the physical aspect of that because there's always little knickknacks you may have laying around, pens, pencils, little tools, little, thumbtacks, whatever. Things that you need to have organized and sorted together. This is a really simple, inexpensive way to do that. But we don't just want to use plain old mason jars, right? We kind of want to decorate them so they look nice in our workspace. All right, okay guys, this is the setup we have so far. Pardon the angle, I know it's a little weird of an angle, but this is the only way I can get my phone to stay upright. So let me place the last mason jar right over here. And the first thing you want to do is remove the covers, the caps. These need to come off. All right, so now we have our mason jars that we got hopefully from the discount store. And these are very inexpensive, but good quality glass. And what we want to do first is get some water. And water is the first thing we need to put into our mason jars. Just a little bit of water in each, not much. All right. See how much water that is? It's not much at all, right? Why are we putting water into our mason jars, you may ask? Because we are going to paint them, and paint needs water in order to be stretched, I guess is the right word. But we don't just want to use straight up paint, right? Because if you use paint without water mixed into it, it will be very thick and it's almost like a waste, right? Let's see if we can make our paint stretch as far as possible. And I'm gonna start with, I was gonna go with red, but let's start with another color that is not as typical, right? Let's see. I'm gonna take out my cobalt teal, and I'm gonna mix it a little bit of that with some ultramarine blue and some good old titanium white. I'm trying to achieve almost like a blue-green teal, almost pastel color. And I'm going to do that with my small mason jar first, which is older one. It's an older mason jar. Actually, no, let's go with my bigger mason jar. I want to go big or go home. You feel me? All right, here we go. I'm going to pour in just a smidge of white. Just a smidge of white. That's all we need. Now I'm going to take a paintbrush. Let's see, I need a good paintbrush that has a long set of bristles. This one should be okay. Take a good amount of paint here onto my paintbrush. Kind of just dip it in there. Doesn't matter if it hits the sides, that's the point. Now I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of this ultramarine blue, a little bit, and mix that in. Now let me cover. Well, let's not get it on my brush. Okay, now let's mix it in. Mix it all together. The water and all the paint that you just put in there. You wanna get Ah, there we go. Let's get this out the way. Check this out. Now with the water in there, the paint is a little on the runny side. So the good thing about this is that if you have excess paint, just pour it out. And the rest can be converted into paint for the glass itself. All right, let's see. Next, I'm gonna choose, first of all, let's take our brush, wash it out, swish it in your cup. Doesn't have to be perfectly clean. Now I'm gonna take some red, a little more red. And you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow because I wanna almost like a blood orange. Just a little bit of yellow. See that? Not much. A little bit of yellow, mostly red. Might have to add even a little more red if that's possible. If it's necessary, I should say. All right, here we go. Mixing it up. Vigorously. The point is to touch all the sides of the glass. I like this color already. Now we're just painting the glass with upward strokes. I mean, look at that. It's a nice color. I'm gonna try to go all the way to the top with it. I might even add a little more red just so I could have my paint a little thicker. Bring out any excess. Oh, there's not much, if any. Yeah, I think that's all stuck to the walls. Now I'm gonna go and put a little bit more on the bottom here, even though we don't really. It's like probably the least important part of the mason jar. All right, so and now here's the result. Not fully dry quite yet, but when it is dry, it's gonna look nice. And I didn't use as much paint as you possibly could because I wanted to have a little bit of transparency, a little translucency. I like when you can see a little bit, and the light can kind of shine through. But yeah, here are our colorful mason jars, and you can use these for practically anything when they're dry. You know, I got my pens and pencils, my markers, like. Can go in there, add literally any knickknacks you want, pens, pencils, thumbtacks, anything that you want, that you need to keep organized. This is one of the best, easiest, simplest ways to decorate your mason jar. Alrighty guys, that was your mason jar DIY. And let me know how it goes. See you in the next one.